I'm your host, Kelly Morgan, indie author and indie publisher. Welcome to another episode of The Author's Mic. Welcome to today's episode. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of The Author's Mic. My name is Kelly, indie author, indie publisher, and you know it's Monday because I have a guest. I am always so honored when somebody takes me up on my offer to share the platform with me. Today we have Ena-Alese. She is a writer. She is a creative in this space. She is an author of color, so we see her and we celebrate her and we uplift her, and we're so happy to have her here. Welcome.
Yay! Thank you, Kelly. I'm happy to be here too. I'm so happy. I was excited. I
So
haven't done an interview. I did one interview like 7 years ago when I first published my book, my poetry book, and I haven't done one since. So I'm excited.
Well, I am so glad you're here, and I'm so glad that you decided to take me up, and I know that we, kind of connected through your blog. So tell everybody like your writing journey. How did you even get here? And like, what about writing? Why are you in this space?
That's cool. That's cool. So I've always liked writing. Ever since I was like 9 or 10, I've always liked writing. I started off trying to write R&B music, but I couldn't sing, so it was like, I'll just stick to poetry. But I learned how to write poetry because like my dad brought me this book, um, Chicken Soup for the Soul, when I was about 10. And like I said, I had no idea what was on in the book, but I did find a poem that I liked and I kept reading it. And, I thought to myself, I was like, well, I could write poetry too. And, from then I started practicing and then, I found my ability to write poetry from there. And I didn't take writing very seriously because I always wanted to be a cosmetologist all my life. I used to love doing hair. But around like 2017, I was thinking about, ways to generate more income with what I already know how to do. So I was like, well, maybe I could publish books. And I already like writing. You understand? So it was just like, it was easy to go ahead with it. But I wasn't ready for the promotion part. By no means was I ready for that. I didn't know it would be that hard. Like I did not know it would be hard to like sell books and all of that stuff. Cause when you looking it up, it makes it seem so easy. Like you can become a best-selling author, you can make so much money, you know. But I actually love writing. So that's another like English is my favorite subject, art, but I really do love writing. I write more than poetry. I write different content. I write like articles. I have a couple articles posted or published on Social Mix. I did an internship. I wasn't able to complete the internship, but I did do an internship with them. Um, I did do a magazine article for Independent magazine called Making It Mag. It's a hip hop industry magazine. So as far as how my interview blog started, I did want to initially interview music artists, but it was kind of hard because the local artist wasn't trying to respond. I guess they wanted a bigger name, no, a bigger name to talk to, and so I was like, okay, so if I can't interview music artists, what's the next best thing? I'm an author, so I'll, reach out to other authors and see if they want to share their story. And, they'll have a platform to, speak on their journey and, showcase their work. So I went for it. And hey, it happened.
How many authors came forward?
So the first round I published about 50 interviews. I
Wow.
know I started like advertising for it or trying to get guests in like 2020. And I began publishing interviews on my website in 2021. And then so I did that and then so I altogether between 2020 and 2022 I had about 115 interviews. um at that time I was in the process of like moving and relocating to a whole nother state, So I kind of got distracted from that. So I wasn't like, reaching out and collecting interviews. And then at one point, I lost my job. So I lost my website. And it was just like, oh, because I had to pay for my domain name. And then I was like, once I lost my job, I kind of got down. I was like, it was just like, well, what do I really want to do? And it was like, I don't just want to go get another job because that's what I've been doing all
Right.
my life anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to do something that I'm happy doing. And I'm taking a chance now. So I'm doing it, you know?
Well, good for you. So is
Yeah.
is the chance to be a full-time writer?
And host because I want to eventually do live interviews like I mentioned to you. I do want to do live interviews and I do want to start a podcast. I've been thinking about different topics because I want to do more than just interviews on a podcast. I've been thinking about different topics on what I could talk about or have other people talk about. So I've been thinking. And then I have my other little short stories that I want to publish as well, like for Halloween and different holidays. I like doing stuff like that. Like then, you know,
I think that is
that's part of
so
it.
fantastic. I think it's great how you are going out on a leap of faith to be a writer, right? Because that's what calls
Indeed.
to you. That's really what you want
Indeed.
to do. And so many of us don't listen to that call, right? When we
Right.
get it. So kudos to you. And when you
Right.
are ready to promote whatever, let me know because I definitely want to help you promote any way that I can help you, help you expand the people that read and follow you or whatever, any way that we can cross promote 100% because that's what this platform is all about. Me helping you so that you in turn can help others.
Indeed, indeed. That's awesome. And it was like I said, when I originally started, like I wanted to do a publishing company. Then I was like, I gotta buy all this ISBN numbers. And it was just like I felt like it was gonna be a big hassle. So I was like, you know what, maybe, but I was determined for a while. I'm not gonna lie, I was determined for a while. I was like, you know what, maybe I don't want to go in that direction. So I was like, okay, so I'll just stick to me doing my interviews because essentially I created my website for like erotic authors because it's like hard to have a space or a platform to promote erotic writing, honestly. And that's what I like originally created my website for, was to be able to, have another platform where it's not so biased as to if it's a naked picture might be there or a little explicit talking. um but I originally started that my website for that. I haven't actually interviewed any erotic authors. Like I don't know, but I'm in erotic groups, erotic like romance groups. They post their books and things like that, but I still haven't came across anyone, that
We're
I've
gonna find you
interviewed.
one. We're gonna call out an erotic author. We're gonna manifest one for you. An erotic author is gonna come forward. You're gonna get
Indeed,
that first erotic
indeed.
interview. Yes,
But
yes,
that was
yes.
definitely my aim for my website to have another platform for erotic writers to, essentially have their work promoted and recognized as well,
That's
Because like
so.
I said, it is very hard for erotic writers.
You know what? I think it's hard for erotic writers, but I think it's hard for writers sometimes in this space. As you said, the marketing part was hard, right? You didn't realize
Very
you was
at
going to
all.
have to go out and do all the heavy lifting and honestly figure out how to get that book into the hands of readers. Because I know when I published my first book, I just thought I'm going to publish it and boom, I'm done.
Right. I did too.
And it did not work out that way at
Right.
all. At
Oh,
all. I
no.
was so naive to the game, right? So yeah, and there's a lot to learn, and there's still so much more to learn.
Yes. Yes.
That's why I love to have people like you to learn and to help them and to promote them, and we can help one another and build a community. So if people want to read the blog, if people want to reach out to you, if that erotic author says, I want to be interviewed, how do they reach you?
So I'm on social media as Ena-Alese. My website is the link is a little bit long.
I'll put all the descriptions
Okay, I was about to
in
say
the
the link is a
description.
little bit long, but I do have a website. Like I said, I'm on social media. I'm on Facebook and Instagram as Ena-Alese. So if they want to, reach out that way, that's fine too. And then I do have it set up on my website where you can actually email me and inquire about having an interview as well. So yeah.
Fantastic, fantastic. So, if you could go back and tell that person who just started their writing journey, right? If you could go back to the old you and tell them what you have learned today, what piece of advice would you give you?
Make sure you start writing because it's your passion. Do not initially do it for the income because it's not it's not easy at all. Like, but if you really, really have a passion for writing, then the will to eventually see profit from your writing, it'll be worth it. It'll be worth the journey and the hardships or whatever you go through. It'll be worth it. So like I said, I really do love writing. It gives me like a different kind of excitement to know that my work will be read by someone or admired by someone one day. So like I said, I'm not gonna give up. Like I said, I've had a couple of setbacks and I've had a couple of self-doubt moments and procrastination where I was like, well, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Nobody's, checking for my books. But that was just like, the enemy getting in my head. Oh, yeah.
That is so very true. Trust me and believe we are here to support you. So anytime that you need my support, all you gotta do is just reach out. You know how to reach me. Y'all, let me do my laundry list of things before we go. So if you're an author and you want to be on the author's mic, this space is for us. All you gotta do is go to my website, hit the link, boom, you're on. I swear it's that easy. If you are thinking you want to write a book but you don't know how to get started, I have a 44-page guide on my website. It is free. Go download it. Start your indie journey. If you want to
Awesome.
support me, I have two books, Wait for It and You Sound White, both available on my website. But you know what? You can go get them wherever good books are sold. And lastly, if you are an author and or a reader and you are looking for a book club, we have one. It's called the IRS, the Indie Reader Society. We're actually looking for a new book now. We just finished my book, Wait for It, but we are looking for a new read, and we only support indie authors. And we would love actually to really read a book from an author of color. If somebody wants to pitch us, go to my website. All the information is there.
So
Ena,
I write poetry. I don't like really write like narrative books, like novel books. I do write poetry. So if you want one of those to be
hey, you know
on there,
what?
that's cool.
We will read what people give us. So if you want us to read your poetry book, we don't know about your book unless you tell us. So
Indeed.
I didn't say we wanted a fiction. I didn't say we wanted romance. I said we wanted to support indie authors. I don't care if it's poetry. I don't care if it's nonfiction. We're a book club.
Copy.
We read. So,
Awesome.
pitch
Awesome.
us. Show us your book. We'll be
Definitely.
looking
And
out
how do
for
I do that? Do
poetry.
I go to your website to do it?
Yeah, go to my
Okay.
website, Brightheaded Publishing. You'll see the IRS. You'll see it on the link. Go ahead and pitch your book
Okay.
to us.
Awesome.
Y'all, this has
Awesome.
been another episode of The Author's Mic. Ena-Alese, thank you so much for coming on. All the information, how to connect with her, will be in the description of the podcast, y'all. And remember, keep writing. Your words
Indeed.
matter.
Thank you.